for my aunt and uncle, and also for my parents, instead of getting you another plaque, and you have plenty of plaques to put on your walls, my aunt keeps telling me they don't have room, my uncle doesn't have room, he's got boxes and boxes, my parents have tons of plaques. Throughout the years, they've been given many awards. This represents the landscaping that we're going to do in their honors. We've already started. We'd like to thank Mr. Julian Clemens for starting to plant the trees. And Mr. Kevin Golda for landscaping. Chuck, you want to stand? For the landscaping that we're going to do, in keeping with the theme of the importance of trees, it's much more significant to my parents and to my aunt and uncle. So that's what this represents. Calvin Coolidge was known as Silent Cal, but he wasn't always so silent. And when he had something to say, it was usually worth listening to. And I thought that this really summed up the character of not just my parents, my father and my mother, but also my aunt and uncle. And it's really what the significance of starting a school and keeping it going. And I certainly have learned that it's not enough to throw money at something, you have to be a good steward also. So Calvin Coolidge said the following: nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. And I think that that really epitomizes the character of my parents and also my aunt and uncle in forging ahead and persistently just keeping the whole thing going for so many years. So thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I say always to my father, I say, Tati, I have to tell you, you're a very lucky man. Very lucky man, you and my Uncle Hart. The odds of surviving Hitler and Stalin are slim to none. The odds of coming to America, all the pitfalls in business, to survive them all and to have an incredible sense of timing in all your business endeavors, your philanthropic endeavors, you are absolutely the second luckiest people in the world. But the luckiest people in the world are myself and my siblings and my cousins, because you paved the way for us. You've given us everything. And we're not only the luckiest people in the world, myself, my siblings, and my cousins, you all are also, because you had the great fortune to be connected to my parents and my aunt and uncle. That's a wonderful thing. My mother always says, on my father's shoulders sit two angels. The Malach Gabriel and the Malach Michael sit on each side of my father and my uncle also, guiding them constantly. So we wish them from the bottom of our hearts, Shetelchu Michael, go from one strength to another strength in all of your endeavors, because we are the luckiest people, because we're connected to you. So we're the luckiest. You're only the second luckiest. We're the luckiest. Thank you so much.
And just like that, it didn't come without disruptions to our business. One of the memories that I can never get out of my head is, this happened so many times. We'd come in the morning and everybody would get their coffee and we'd sit down and we'd say, today we're going to decide X, Y, Z. And we'd start talking for about 10 minutes, and then what happens? Sylvia Blaine's on the phone, has to talk to my Uncle Hart. So, okay, so we listen to Sylvia Blaine and we talk about the academy for a while, and we start talking about business again, another 10 minutes. Dr. Lehman's on the phone, let's talk about Turo. It went like that for decades.
Mother and Daddy, can you come up, please? How do you like my gorgeous grandma?
Dad, how do you like my gorgeous granddaughter?
Thank you very much. The root should be here, but that's okay. Well, my brother said originally, as you heard in the past, among many of the speeches in here, Im Tutsu Enzu Agada. If you want it, it's not a story. Maimonides said, because things that a man expects is within the realm of possibility. In other words, if you expect something, it can happen. The expected matter is possible. As you all know, we can talk about for many hours in here about the Hastens, Hart and Mark, and our families. If you want to know more, read our books. Hart wrote one called I Shall Not Die, or my book called Mark My Words. So you can figure out a lot about the Hastens more than you heard here today. Hitler, Yamach Shemo, didn't succeed with the minute family of Hannah Hasten, Bernard Hasten, and Mark Hasten, and Hart Hasten, plus additional 18 people that my parents saved their lives, 4 which became part of our family and today flourish in the state of Israel. So when my father passed away very early, our father passed away very young, but my mother lived to be, as you all know, up to 102. So she had a lot of stories to tell. And because of saving huge lives, that gave her long life. And because of the interruption during the war, our schooling, we are dedicated to the cause of education, whether it's from grade K or younger, all the way through college, and all the way further than that in education. My brother read a letter from one of our students. I received a letter also today from one of our students, and I must read it to you, because she's here, her parents are here, and I'll tell you what else. Dear Mark and Anna Ruth, tonight there will be so many people congratulating you, and I wanted to make sure that I got a chance to say Mazel Tov. You two are an incredible couple that has achieved so much together. There are so many people in this community and around the world that have told you that you have changed their lives with your generosity and love. I feel that my connection to you is unique and special. My parents were not given the opportunity to get a Jewish education. It was a priority for them to send my siblings and me to the Jewish school in Indianapolis. As a Hasten, he were carried because of you. I remember seeing you both at so many events, no matter how big or small. I remember baking pumpkin cakes side by side with Anna Ruth. I I feel that you are my friends, and I feel that it's so privileged to have you in my life. I know how much you have done, not only for the Hasten Hebrew Academy, but for Torah College and for other Jewish colleges. I am the recipient of the opportunities you have created. Having been a student at Hebrew Academy and now a student at Torah College, I see the results of your commitment firsthand. Moving to New York City was daunting at first, but you both told me that I could do it. You recommended me to the school, and I will always remember that I cannot let you down. When I was chosen to be the president of my class, my first thought was that I was being given the opportunity to make you proud. As president of my class at Torah College, I have started a volunteering program with the public elementary school in Harlem. My classmates and I go there once a week to teach the children about healthy lifestyle choices. I'm also starting an inaugural scholarship fundraising event for future students at Torah. You are both my inspiration, and I can only hope to affect the world in the ways that you have. I love you very much. Now, I'm not going to tell you the name yet. I'll tell you the name in a minute. There's a parent in here that gave me a note that says like this. I drove to the school to bring my kids 127,000 miles. I had 7,000 gallons of gas I used up. 24 months, 24 hours, 7 days a week in a car. That equals to 28 years. That is the father of Shelley Farron, David Farron. Where are you? Where's Shelley? Shelley, God bless you. God bless you. Now, if anybody sends you this kind of a letter with a bouquet of flowers on the door, I think there's something special. They're like angels. Now, I know that we're celebrating today 40 years of the Hebrew Academy. All of you friends have been loyal to us all through the years. With all in the good and the bads, and all the pentatons and buildatons and all this little thing that we put together to make this a unique experience. I want you to know something that will deviate a little bit from what we're doing here tonight. I was thinking about what I should say. And I have a very good experience that I started here in Indianapolis and continued further.